Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I've got to try to be a little quiet because it's late and my little juicy little baby already woke up for her first nightly wake up. Kicked me out of my bed. She will surely find me. I am certain of that. How is everyone today? I feel like I haven't seen you guys in forever. Okay. Good morning, Cuff You, and good morning, Crystal. Thank you. I'm so glad you found me. Cuff You, Cuff Me, Cuff Wendy, and Warflare. Thank you for the thumbnail. Love. They are eyeballs. They're irises, but I love that you think they're pineapple rings. And spooky little baby who's almost invisible on me. It's so cute. Yes, a freaking royal fuck up. That is her 100%. Good morning. I'm not morning. Good evening, frog. Oh, Jackie O, literally my favorite, one of my favorite lines from Ice. Your contacts. So deadpan. Hi, John Smith, and yay, Emlo. I'm glad you found me. Oh, and Grandma Gabby. I knew we'd kind of have a new little crowd coming in at night. My teeth were bothering me, so I didn't really know if I was going to come on. I almost changed it to the morning, but I'm like, let's just do a quick live anyway. Hi, Matt, and DIY with Erica, and yay, watercolor by McGraw, and Tam, Harry E. Can you hear me now? Sorry, I'm trying to be quiet. Let me scooch up. Ugh. What is underneath me? Spooky baby. There goes my phone. There goes my phone. There goes the cat. All right. Is that better? Can you hear me now? All right. Sorry, I'm trying to be quiet because I have a little wee one. All right. And Bad Doctor's Wife, and Elizabeth, and Beatrice, and Lemon Baked, Lord's Girl, Donna Barkley, the good Donna, the other good Donna, Fear and Loathing. How is the volume now, guys? And Karen and Dor. Sorry, I was trying to be quiet, but I moved the microphone near my mouth hole now. And yes, this is what we're coming. This is what I'm coming on to talk about because we have some shit to talk about. Yes, Victoria. Good morning, Lynn. Not good morning. I'm so used to being on at freaking 8:30 in the morning. So sorry. And hi, Colleen. Yay. I'm so glad. Yay. I am not, I'm far more superior than Jackie Fulford. I will say that. Hi, just me and conquer your fear. All right. Is the volume good now? All right. I can pump myself up. Please hold. Please hold. Because I'm trying not to be too loud. Although I'm sure that when I start talking about Wendy, I'm going to start screaming and we'll have to push this away. Oh my gosh, so many people are here. This is so exciting. All right. Hi, Gary and Stacy. I know, same. We'll both fall asleep on the live. All right, and Lemon Baked. Okay. I'm so glad you found me. And Bev's playlist. Thank you very much. Oh, hi, Kelly Lynn. I went to school with a girl whose name was Kelly Lynn. Yeah, I'm going to talk only in code. Hi, Tamara and Kathy and Dor. Okay, good. I'm glad we're better. And Julie and Isabel and Lily. My niece's name is Lily. And TJ and Misunderstood. And Angela Grubbs. All right, we'll talk already. I know. I've been sitting here for 4 minutes. I'm sorry. And hello, Jackson Rips Homes. Okay. So, so I'm just going to tell you how it is. All right. So every single, don't have time to waste for you to just get views. The views are already here. I'm just trying to be polite because, I mean, you're also watching. I'm saying hello to you too, Angela. My goodness gracious. All right, let's go. This TV is going to be about 5, okay? All right. Lynn, I I feel tonight. Well, they'll understand if you bring the spice here, you're going to get heat back to you, my friends. If you don't want to be here, you don't have to be. I didn't invite anybody personally. You're coming to on your own accord. So Donna was pissed. Donna was pissed. I think that the defense pointed to Wendy's guilt more than Georgia did, to be perfectly honest with you. I, you know, I always thought it would be Charlie first, but I think it's going to be Donna as well. She was pissed. Not only did she, she's like, the whole thing was just so like, oh, I want everybody to see how pissed I am. She's cuffed when she went out there, which a lot of people are like, is that even legal to have her cuffed? It's like, first of all, yes. Secondly, it's done a lot of the times just for safety purposes, to be perfectly honest, for safety, for security reasons. So yeah, she's cuffed when she's there, and she's cuffed, and Jackie Fulford's holding her hand. So she, of course, we see her go, oh my God, and I think I figured out what the fuck she says. Okay. So yeah, she stomps her feet. I'm surprised she didn't throw herself to the ground. That's probably why they were holding her hand, to be perfectly honest. Okay. So she's got her little hands like this. Frickin' Jackie Fulford is holding her hand. And the only reason why you can tell is because her nails are painted, which I'm surprised she was even that put together. So she goes, oh my God. And then I'm pretty sure she says, and I can't tell what she says in the middle of it, but it's something, and I almost think it's, I'll kill that woman. We'll watch the short that I made with her in a second. But I was literally like slowing this down. I've got the volume all the way boosted. I'm trying to see if I can like separate Judge Everett's voice from her to hear what she said. But she definitely says that woman. And I'm sure it's talking about fucking Georgia, pissed as shit that she freaking, helped convict her, which like Donna needed any help. Like, could you be more of a fucking idiot? Like, okay, first of all, okay, you commit the crime, whatever. You talk about it to frickin' practically everybody. You get this frickin' bump and you're like, oh, this has to do with you and me and how we killed Dan. Remember that? Then you fucking get caught on the fucking jail phone call, which obviously is just super serendipitous, but you get caught on the jail phone call for wanting to either kill yourself or flee to Vietnam. Then you buy not a two-way ticket. Like, you can't, can you really not spring for the fucking return ticket from Vietnam to at least make it look like you're not fleeing to Vietnam? But no, the bitch buys a one-way fucking ticket, an emergency visa, which she's fucking losing her shit about. And, oh, maybe, Harry E., maybe she said you're convicting an innocent woman. I don't know. We'll have to watch and we'll see. But then, this stupid idiot, which I love how Jackie Fulford is like, they set her up. They waited until she was ready to get on the plane to see if she was going to get on the plane. It's like, Jackie Fulford, they have checked in. It's not like it was before 9/11 where you could just walk in to the fucking airport and walk right to the gate and you didn't have to do anything. Dude, you checked in, You fucking gave them your bags. You went through fucking TSA. Like, what else? She's like, they set them up. They wanted to see if they were really fleeing. You're at the fucking airport with your fucking tickets. You've checked your, like, what the fuck else would they be doing? I know, she was grasping at straws. But anyway, then the stupid fucking idiot is trying to pay people to fucking testify on her behalf. Like, let's just show more consciousness of fucking guilt. Paying people to fucking testify, then writing a goddamn script in her fucking handwriting. Like, how dumb can you fucking be? Can't even. And then, well, what we haven't even fucking heard about yet is how she freaking tried to harm witnesses. The freaking whole Jackie Fulford, more than likely Jackie Fulford, but the state accused her defense attorneys for bringing in an Apple Watch for her to make private phone calls to Harvey, which we heard a second of one of those wiretaps, but they didn't bring any of them in. And in these phone calls, which they apparently, not only do they have the wiretaps of these calls, they also have video of her doing this. They have jail surveillance of her fucking doing this, allegedly. Allegedly. They do. Why would fucking Georgia say anything? Georgia's not going to say shit like this if it's not true. So they have video evidence of them fucking doing this shit, sneaking in a secret fucking device for Donna to make a secret phone call to secret Harvey about secret plans to secretly harm both Rob and Drina's mom are the two that we know about for sure. We haven't even heard any of these things. So she made it really easy. She made it really easy to fucking, I whisper and yell at the same time. She made it really fucking easy to get her shit fucking right down the drain. I mean, like, come on. If you didn't look guilty enough with everything the state had on you to begin with, you really just, like, you nailed your own coffin shut. So I'm not fucking sad for you. Stop, Victoria in Miami. Where did you hear that? Victoria says a little birdie might have heard that Wendy had somebody legally adopt Dan's sons. Well, and I didn't get a chance to watch her fucking live. Where are you trying to go, kitty? No. Come here. Oh. I didn't get a chance to watch Patty's Playhouses live today, but apparently the house that she's renting in Austin is up for fucking sale. And okay, so what video was it that I made? Oh, I think it was, hold on, let me look at my videos real quick. I think it was part 7 of the Wendy series, maybe even. Yes. So it was 3 months ago. And yes, it was rented for $3,500 a month because I put like this whole fucking, I put pictures of it in the fucking part 7 of the Wendy series. But when I was looking up her shit for that, I saw she had another address in fucking Denver at that time. Okay. Another fucking address in Denver 3 months ago. Okay. And I tried to get more information, but I couldn't, blah, blah, blah. But, okay. Victoria, where did you hear that? I need to know more information about this. Okay. So the Austin house, yes, she'd been renting that for fucking $3,500 a month, but also something that's fucking changed in the past few months. So she had this apartment, and I showed it in my Sunshines video. She had this apartment that I want to say March, as I know for sure in March. No. I know there's a P.O. box. There's a physical address as well, Dor. It's not just a P.O. box. There's an actual, no. There's an actual physical address that I saw fucking 3 months ago. Physical, actual address in Denver. Okay. So, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh. So the freaking apartment that she fucking had, that she's like had for a fucking while, her like Miami Beach apartment, the one that fucking Sarah stayed at, whatever, when she was like being so cordial, and she's like, "What if my crazy brother Charlie really did hire a hitman?" Um, that apartment used to be in Wendy Jill Adelson's name. Since then, it has been transferred to a trust. It's been transferred to a trust. So it went from being in her name to being in a trust. What is this doing? This is putting protection. This is putting her affairs fucking in order already. Yes, no. I mean, she probably does have a PO box in Denver also, but I saw this fucking 3 months ago, and this was new information because I looked her shit up pretty recently. Because in March, there was no Colorado address, okay? But as of 3 months ago, there was a Colorado apartment address, okay? Okay. Yes, getting her affairs in order as she should. This fucking idiot. Hold on, I gotta grab my phone because ugh, I threw it on the ground. Oh, and Tally Gal, thank you so much. You were so, so sweet. Um, I don't know what you're replying to, but Tally Gal said she gave my YouTube name to Detective Isom. I'm sure he has time to watch. Maybe he at the very least watched the Wendy song, which we will watch together today. Okay. So I have a couple of notes. Yes, a trust equals hiding money. Exactly. Let me go up and see what. That was so sweet of you. I really appreciate that. That would be very cool. And I know also that Jackson Rip Holmes said that he sent um, some of my videos to people in Tallahassee Police Department too. And I know a few people have also. Okay, just tell me what she said because I can't find that thing. Okay. Sorry, my boys wanted a croissant back bling on Fortnite, so that's what my phone was on. Oh, signing up for the freaking Fortnite, bullshit emails that I'll fucking get. I already have like 300,000 emails that I freaking need to read. Okay. Thank you, Cuff You. You are so sweet. I appreciate everybody hyping me, which I had to look up what that is because I'm like elderly and had no idea, but I appreciate. Okay. And we'll listen to the Wendy song too together forever. And then I can point out some of the funnier things that, that I personally get a big kick out of. All right. So, okay. So I want to talk about, okay, we're going to talk about, we've got a lot to talk about. I'm like, we'll do a quick live. I'll be on here till fucking midnight probably. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. All right. So, okay. And the hitmen having Dan's location chips, Dad. All right. Not only did they have his location, um, yes, and I did see Charlie's interview also, John Smith. Okay. So, yes, they knew where Dan was. They had his fucking, obviously, they had his fucking license plate. Thanks a lot, fucking Donna. Thanks a lot. We should really be fucking buying Dan Rashbaum a fucking edible arrangement because he's the one that gave that fucking 2014 planner to the fucking state. And I'm pretty sure that was an accident. Oopsie doopsies. Okay. So the hitmen having Dan's location. Yes, they had his location in fucking July, obviously. They knew where his fucking house was, and then they were following him. And in fucking June, the day after they arrived, not the day they arrived, but the day after they arrived, because the day that they arrived, they came a little later. I thought I heard pitter patters. Okay. So, and I have this in a fucking video because this is in the fucking TPD reports, and this is in the fucking cell call details, fucking records, whatever. I can't even think right now. Guys, I shit you not. I like can't think too much about the real actuality of Wendy being arrested because I am like, I'm going to fucking go into cardiac arrest. Like I shit you not. Like I feel like the level of excitement that wells up inside of my body is like too much for me to handle at my age. Harvey needs to fucking give us all like our own refillable prescription of Xanax. Okay, so hey, Dan's location. All right, so fucking June 4th, when the fucking and what the fuck, what time was this? I don't remember. It's in a video somewhere. I think it's in. I don't know. I'll find it later. But it is in a video. Maybe it's this one. I don't fucking know. Anyway, June 4th, focus. June 4th, when the fucking hitmen get to tally. So they go to the fucking hotel. They hang out for a little bit, okay? And then do you know where the fucking hitmen go? Because Dan was already on his way with his fucking day, whatever. When they were here for the rest of this fucking June trip and the July trip, they were going to his house super early in the morning, waiting at that little park across from fucking Truscott, or where Truscott fucking barfs out onto fucking Centerville, I guess, or I don't fucking know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They were at the fucking park, but they were at the hotel June 4th, okay? Then they fucking go to the fucking gym. If you're missing how fucking mind-blowing this is, they didn't follow Dan to the gym on June 4th. They just went to the fucking gym. Who gave them the information? Who told them that Dan was fucking at the gym? Who told them that Dan visited the fucking gym? Were they just going around and fucking seeing all the places? They hung out at the gym for fucking quite some time. June 4th, the first fucking trip. I can't even handle it. That alone, and let me tell you something. There is a huge chunk of the fucking call detail record for Wendy that is missing. That has not been released. Yes, Kim SL. They did go to daycare, but not June 4th. June 4th, they were not following fucking Dan. And I'm an asshole because I don't fucking, oh my God, I have it in the notes right here on my desk written down. Oh my God, it's amazing. And I threw my mouse on the ground. Okay, I have exactly where it is. Where the fuck? All right, we need to just watch this just for a second because this is fucking crazy, I think. Okay, because who the fuck else would have given them the goddamn fucking June? How would they know where the fuck Dan was? He wasn't even there. He wasn't even at the gym. They didn't follow him there. They went from the fucking hotel to the gym. Okay, we need to watch this. Where is my... Guys, I can't even fucking handle myself tonight. This was not on the list.
It was definitely unusual.
Shh, Jeff. We don't have time to listen to what's unusual right now. Okay, so basically just to lead up, what he's talking about is how Wendy was like fucking about to throw up on fucking June 4th. Okie dokie. All right. Come on. Okie dokie. All right, so let's watch this for a little bit.
Miami the very next day.
Just listen.
Jeff said that they met at coffee as early as 12:30, but more likely around 1 or 2 p.m. The following morning, their cell data showed that they were at the motel until 11:20. staying here at the Budget Inn on Tennessee Street. Records then show their phone communicates with a cell site near Monroe and Tennessee at 11:27, which would coincide with their driving straight there, as current traffic conditions would take them about 6 minutes to get there from the Budget Inn. And here's a Google Street View of that intersection.
I don't know why I thought it was necessary to show you what the fucking intersection looked like, but let's go on.
"25 minutes later, their handset communicates with a cell tower near Timberlane Road and Market Street. And this is the site that would provide cell service to Premier Fitness. Here's the cell tower site from their last location at the corner of Monroe and Tennessee. And here's where Premier Fitness is located. Now, you might be wondering why there's a time discrepancy if it only takes 10 or so minutes to arrive there from their last known location. The way these locations are generated, the cell tower sites will only connect with the phone when there is activity on the phone. So this could be consistent with them sitting in the parking lot for 15 minutes and then calling Katie for an update. Now, records do show that Dan checked into Premier Fitness at 9:18, but they do not have a record of when he left. But based on his routine that we know about, it seems like he only spends an hour to an hour and a half at the gym. So that begs the question, how did the hitmen know that he frequents Premier Fitness?
How?
Their call records show that they were at Budget Inn from a little after midnight to 11:20 a.m. So, who could have possibly made them aware of this part of his schedule? Because, as we know, the only information that they were given by Charlie initially was a piece of paper with his name, home address, and a picture of him.
How you know what kind of car he's driving?
Okay. So, I need like a fucking murder board behind me with the strings and everything. All right. The guys go to the gym, just randomly go to the gym, just go to the fucking gym that he works out at fucking noon. They go from not knowing anything about this guy to knowing their schedule. How? You tell me. 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 Okay. All right. Let's go. Yes, the fucking look of adoration that Donna was like so proud. And it's so funny. And I'm making a video on this. Okay, I'm literally, I shit you not, I'm working on fucking like a dozen fucking videos. It was Wendy, Phil. It was fucking Wendy. It was Wendy. It was Wendy. It was Wendy. It was Wendy. That's who it was. It was fucking Wendy. Because, yeah, Donna knew a lot of shit. But, like, Donna wasn't fucking talking to the fucking hitmen. The hitmen were up in fucking Tallahassee. And there's another fucking thing. Katie says that they were given, like, a couple $100. Like, she got a couple $100 from fucking Charlie to give to them. And fucking Louisa's saying they got $5,000. So where the fuck did they get $5,000 from, Wendy? Where did they get $5,000 from? Yes, that was their first time in Tallahassee, Lynn. Yes. Sorry, can you hear me now? I'm trying not to fucking scream too loud because I know how I get when I get fucking excited. My husband's always shushing me. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When I get passionate, I can't control the volume of my voice. Okay. So. Yes, Kathy. Yes. This TV will be about 5. And Wendy gave it to them. Where did they get the fucking 5K from? Not from fucking Wendy. Or not from fucking Katie. Not from fucking Charlie. Oh, I can't be anything but myself. I'm just trying not to wake up my kids. Okay, so my little bean baby is asleep in the other room. So nice. Well, how did they get that fucking money in is the question. How? They're fucking, both of them, like, barely have fucking anything in. The math doesn't math. The math doesn't math. You know, they can't fucking rent a fucking car. And like, and if you're not from fucking Florida, I don't think people understand how fucking long of a state Florida is, okay? To drive, I drove one time from fucking Key West to New York, and it fucking took like a good fucking 24 hours straight drive. But from fucking Miami to fucking Tallahassee is like an 8-hour drive, okay? I agree. I think they got it from fucking Wendy. I think they got it from Wendy. Okay. So that's what I heard too. That's what I heard too. Kathy says Katie was skimming money and Wendy found out. So Wendy told Sigfredo that she'll get him that $5,000 for the trip in June. Because you know what? Katie put, I think, like $17,000 in her fucking bank account in cash before the fucking murder. Before the fucking murder. And I can't fucking think of the goddamn exact dates right now because blah, blah, blah. I think, Misty, she's being watched like a fucking hawk right now. I think she is watching or being watched like a fucking hawk. Okay. All right. So, yeah. And she knew that, okay. All right. I'm trying to stay on fucking topic. Huh. DIY Erica, great fucking point. So if they got it from Wendy and Wendy fraudulently took money from Dan, did that mean Wendy used Dan's own money to pay for the hit? Fucking kind of, yes. Okay. I can barely fucking breathe. All right. I need like a Pepto-Bismol IV right now because I'm like fucking getting like, feeling like I'm barfing. Okay. So let's talk about my little fucking post. And probably my fucking brain works faster than my mouth and my fucking fingers sometimes. So if I don't fucking quite get across what I'm trying to say, whatever. Yes, and I'm sorry. I have a mouth like a sailor. Apologies to you and YouTube if that offends you. So sorry. So anyway, and the more excited I get, the more I swear. So I'm surprised that there's any words coming out other than fuck right now. Anyway, okay. So I have been keeping track of the Leon County Jail. And let's go to my post real quick so we can all do some show and tell together. All right. So I have been looking up, I've been doing an inmate search every single day because I'm thinking, well, it's about now that Luis and Charlie should have been sent back to their respective prisons, correct? Now, the Leon County will only show you people who are currently incarcerated in the jail. And guess who's still fucking there? Our best buddy, Luis. Displays inmates currently in custody. Fucking Luis. Luis? What did Luis fucking, was it day 1? Day 2 that he fucking testified? He testified like almost 2 fucking weeks ago. What the fuck is he still doing in Leon County? Answer me that. Answer me that. What is he still doing in Leon County, guys? What is he still doing in Leon County? You know who else is still in Leon County? Old Chuckles the Clown. Or if you've watched my Wendy videos, chuckles my Coke dealer. Charlie is still in Leon County. That's interesting. Do you know who else is in fucking Leon County right now? I wish this fly was. I live on a dairy farm. There's not a day in the summer where I don't have a fucking fly in my house. Do you know who else just got transferred to Leon County today? Our little friend Katie Double D McBanawa is also in fucking Leon County. I have to turn this light down a little bit because it's ruining my fucking eyeballs. Little Katie Double D, little Katie. Why did Katie get transferred to Leon County today? Exactly. That's the same question I have. Why would they transfer little Katie McBanawa to Leon County to go be with Charlie and Luis? Okay, so, and maybe Tally Girl or somebody else that's more familiar with Tallahassee and the goings on of the Leon County court can school me. But what I heard, I thought it was every Wednesday that they did it. And then somebody said, no, it's the third of every Wednesday. So when I was looking back at, do we remember when Charlie got convicted? It's like almost like been blown out of my freaking brain with all this other shit. But Charlie gets convicted then, and that was a Monday. And they were going to have, how Dan went on fucking STS and did a goddamn fucking interview like a fucking dumb shit that he is. And was like, we know there wasn't a grand jury. We know she wasn't indicted yet. We know there was no warrant out for her arrest. And they knew that because in November of fucking 2023, the first day of the month was a Wednesday. Meaning that Charlie got fucking set on that, or he got convicted that fucking following Monday, the 6th. And then that would have been the second Wednesday that week. And so the following Wednesday would have been when fucking they would have had the grand jury trial. So or the grand jury hearing, whatever you fucking call it. It doesn't really matter. So yes, will it be Wednesday this week? Will they make a special little occasion for a little baby friend? Okay. All right. I agree. Katie is inconsistent. But let's talk about how many fucking times has Georgia asked fucking Wendy about WhatsApp, and specifically about if she talked to fucking Katie on WhatsApp? Every fucking trial, in case you can't count, every trial, Georgia has talked to Wendy about WhatsApp. And did you talk to Katie McBanawa on WhatsApp? And I don't know how many people are fucking parents in this chat, but when you're a parent usually, and you start to ask your kids questions, it's not because you're curious to know things. It's because you're curious to see if they're going to fucking tell you the truth. Georgia is not wasting a moment of court time to ask Wendy bullshit for no reason. Okay? She's doing this to give her hints of what fucking evidence we have on you. And okay, you can lie if you want to, but we have your fucking phone. We celebrated your phone. Okay, yes, WhatsApp is encrypted, meaning that through fucking cyberspace, they can't fucking slurp up the fucking messages and decode them. That's what encryption means. It is not the same when it is fucking from the handset itself. Okay. And I go in this is fucking my Wendy series, fucking the first goddamn fucking video in my Wendy series is a video from the little Cellbrite girl herself showing, hey, here's how you take shit off of WhatsApp. You have to have the fucking handset. That's the caveat. You have to have the fucking handset. That's how they have Donna's WhatsApp fucking texts or WhatsApp messages. And then Katie McVanna was fucking, I'm pretty sure, I don't remember if it was I think it was the retrial. Katie McVanna was fucking Tara Kawas gets up there and she does her opening and she says, and I love her fucking accent, but she says, the state has all of Charlie's iCloud messages, every WhatsApp message, every text message, every message, even the ones he tried to delete. And they got that shit off of fucking iCloud. And let me tell you, before they ever even celebrated little Miss Wendy Pooh's phone, they got her fucking call detail record right from the frickin' from her carrier. They got hers, they got Harvey's, Donna's, and Charlie's. They pulled them all. I know they pulled hers first because Isom fucking knew about the last minute lunch she set up and about how she had lots of friends. How did he know she had lots of friends? Because literally she was on her fucking phone that entire morning talking to people. The whole fucking morning. The whole morning. So I understand, and the Markells know that none of this language is to them. This is my excitement. I am sorry. I am fucking an Italian New Yorker, and this is how I get when I freaking get excited. So my apologies, my apologies. Hi, Harley D, and hi, everybody else. Hello, everybody new in the chat. I'm sorry that I can't say hello to everybody right now. But, so, I just think it's very, 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 very interesting that we have all of this information. And you know for sure they have every bit of WhatsApp detail from Wendy. And this, my friends, this is why Wendy was nervous. Because even if Wendy had a burner phone, okay, but she probably did. Donna didn't. Okay. And that's why Wendy was so nervy when she got on the stand. I'm sure everybody noticed that the fucking biggest change about Wendy, besides the fucking fact that her neck is now wider than her face, is the fact that she didn't fucking sit up there with the same entitled fucking bullshit cunt attitude that she has had every single other trial. She didn't sit up there and go, the state isn't going to decide to arrest me. No, she was scared. She was scared, as she very well should be, because she realizes, oh shit, my mom fucking keeps everything. And I know that there is shit that they have from my mom's phone that I probably don't want to have out. And guess what? It is released. Okay, I think I just spit on myself. I did. I am too excited. Yes, James, that's what we were just talking about. Katie is in Leon County. Luis is in Leon County. Charlie is in Leon County. Okay, so I know that's what I was thinking too, Sister Wendy. Either she has a thyroid problem or she has a goiter or both. Okay, it's none of my business. I don't care. She's a freaking bitch. She's a terrible murderer, and I will make fun of her thick neck if I feel like it. For what they did to Dan and what they did to those boys, me saying she has a fat neck is the most mild thing that could happen to these people. Okay, so let me switch back. All right, she's not pregnant. She's 46 years old, friend. She's not pregnant, okay? And yeah, she genuinely has said in more than one freaking trial that immunity means freedom of prosecution. You don't have transactional immunity. Let's just go over this really quickly. Yes, her eyebrows were fucking insane. They were like fucking insane, like a crazy person, insane. Okay. So, and now mine will like stick up there because I did something to my own face now. Okay. So, there's 3 types of immunity in Florida. There's transactional, there's use, and there's derivative use immunity. Transactional is what Wendy thought she had when she sat up and was like, immunity is freedom from prosecution. She says this in Katie's retrial. So you've already been told this twice, okay, in 2 different trials. And the judge even says after she steps down, because the jury had a question of like, why does she have immunity and why isn't she on trial, basically? And the judge is like, what she has is fucking basically bullshit immunity. So he even explained, he said, I explained it to her personally. So transactional immunity is complete immunity. You can't be prosecuted for fucking anything. Use immunity is you cannot have anything that you say be held against you. Derivative use immunity is they cannot, based off of what you say, start new investigation into what you have said. Okay. So say Wendy's like, oh, something about the banana bread. They can't now go and, because she's just given us this new information, go and start an investigation off of that. But, and it's a big but her immunity means nothing, and I mean nothing, if she has perjured herself on the stand, which if you compare just her testimony to her prior testimony, she has perjured herself over and over and over and over. Just if you just look at her freaking, whole story about what happened when she went to the crime scene. I didn't go to the crime scene. I just drove right up to the fucking crime scene tape, which if you've seen my video on that, there was one house taped off and it was Dan's. Not only Dan's, but she lived there. She fucking lived there. They lived there together. So it was not like, oh, this is Dan's new house and I've really never been here before, so I didn't recognize it. No, but you fucking lived there. She lived there for fucking like 6 or 8 years. You yourself lived there with Dan. So don't even give me that bullshit about how you don't fucking know. Oh, Georgia is masterful. Georgia is masterful. Georgia is masterful. Okay. All right. So, all right. So let me fucking reconvene myself. All right. So Charlie, Luis, and fucking Katie are all in Leon County. Let's fucking talk about Luis for a second. Let's go to Luis first. Who'd you kill the kids for, Luis? Wendy? He says her name straight up. We've never heard him fucking say, I mean, he knew that the blog was Wendy, but he has never straight up said, Wendy is the one that we fucking did this for. Okay. And I won't fucking show it on this. I won't show it on today's stream because on one of my last like night live recaps, I'm like, oh, I have a video on that. It's only like 5 minutes. No, it's like a full fucking hour long. But if you go to part 3 of my Wendy series, starting at, how long is that? Starting at probably like 20 or so minutes in on part 3, I go into the whole, Luis fucking saw her the day before the murder on Trescott. And I'll just give you guys a quick summary because everybody's like, no, that's been disproven. And to be perfectly honest, I thought the same fucking thing. When I heard the whole rundown of that at Charlie's trial, I'm like, oh, okay, he was just mistaken. No. Okay. So Luis goes on record right from his beginning proffer saying, I saw Wendy with the 2 boys. She was there walking down Trescott with the 2 boys the day before Dan was fucking killed. Great, fine. He sees her right away. He gets all freaked out. Sigfredo knows immediately who it is. And even if, let's say Sigfredo has never met her, which I think he has, even if Sigfredo had not met Wendy, he would know who she is because fucking there's a picture. Katie has a picture with her. So he knows what fucking Wendy looks like. And Wendy is a pretty easily recognizable fucking person. All right. So he sees her on fucking Trescott with the two boys. Now at Charlie's trial, Dan tries to blow this up, which whatever. That's his job, whatever. But he says, "So you saw her in the afternoon," which he did not. He never said he fucking saw her in the afternoon. He says that to fucking Luis and he says it to Wendy as well. Okay. So then they had the stipulation of fact. They said, stipulation of fact, obviously both parties agree on this. These are facts that you have to look at. And then they say, basically what these facts mean is up to you to determine. So the stipulation of facts is that this is the schedule when the boys were dropped off and picked up the week of Dan's murder. Okay. And yes, on Thursday, the day before Dan is killed, and this is how their schedule went for the summertime. They did week on, week off schedule. But if it was Wendy's week, Dan would take them that Wednesday. He would pick them up from school, have them sleep overnight, and then drop them off to school the next day on Thursday morning. If it was Dan's week, Wendy would pick them up from school on Wednesdays, just kind of break up the fucking week so they didn't have this long stretch of not seeing, both parents because they were wee. So Wendy would have picked them up from school Wednesday night, okay? Then they would have slept over to her house and she would have dropped them off to school Thursday morning, which she did. And in the school, which is stipulated to in the little sign-on sheet, she drops them off at 8:30 in the morning. Well, Dan tries to poo-poo this whole thing by saying, "Oh, it was the afternoon and da 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 da. And, this must have been another woman and their other kids because, the kids were already in school by the time that he saw you." False. Okay. They were waiting for a pretty good period of time every morning before Dan fucking left to take the boys to school. Dan's dropping the boys off between 8:30 and 9 o'clock in the morning. Dan's house is about 15 minutes away from the school, so he's having to leave his house no later than fucking 8 o'clock to get them to school, to get them out of their car seats and get them in, by that appointed time. So, very much well, Wendy 100% could have been walking down Trescott that Thursday morning and fucking being seen by Luis and fucking Sigfredo. 100%. That is completely possible. He saw them in the fucking morning. He did not see them in the fucking afternoon. They weren't at school yet. He saw them in the fucking morning. And honestly, it would make more sense if she was going to go by Trescott to have the fucking boys, because that way she could say, "Oh, when Dan's like, 'What the fuck are you doing here?' She's like, 'Oh, sorry, Ben just forgot his, whatever the fuck she makes up at the fucking current time that he forgets at his house.'" She has some like plausible story for why she's there. Okay, then I have another thing that corroborates this. I don't know why this took an hour in this fucking video and it only took me like 10 minutes to fucking explain it. But Jeff, they're talking about stalking. And Jeff's like, "Oh, she said that Dan was stalking her. And the reason is because he saw her walking one day and he looked out the window and he saw her walking by and she didn't have the kids. And so he sent her an email saying, 'Hey, if you don't have the kids, I should have the kids. I have first right of refusal.'" Please hold. Where would Danny have seen Wendy walking outside of his window without the kids if not for on Truscott? He looked out of his window, okay, and saw the fucking kids were not with Wendy. Certainly not out of his fucking office window at FSU, because why would he expect her to have the kids at work or expect for him to be able to watch the kids while he's also at work? So that doesn't make sense. So the only place he could have fucking seen her, I feel like my neck veins are fucking popping out. The only place that Danny could have seen Wendy walking by outside of his window would have been Truscott. And for as much as she already admits to driving by there to fucking come to terms with the divorce that you fucking wanted, the divorce that you fucking started. Like, that's such a bullshit fucking lie. No, she wanted to keep fucking tabs on him. She wanted to fucking watch every move. She wanted to make sure that he wasn't fucking happier than she was. Like, she's a fucking lunatic. And unfortunately, I have dealt with more than one people like her in my fucking life. So yes, very much. And Jeff fucking says, and this I think is in the March interview. No, I don't even think. I think it's in one of the other interviews, one of the shorter ones. He says, Wendy still has keys to that house, just so you know. And I think it's the interview where he's like kind of off camera and it's a shorter interview and all he does is like talk about fucking Wendy practically in it. But he's like, she still has keys to that house, just so you know. So yes, she was likely there on Thursday morning. And by one more thing that I have to fucking add to this in case you have not heard this, there was another attempted hit before Luis and fucking Sigfredo were ever even hired. Please hold. So, Sigfredo makes toilet wine in jail, gets drunk, and starts to fucking talk. He has not one, but two fucking guys that he was in the pod with talk to investigator Isom. The one guy straight up calls the fucking state attorney's office and is like, I have information for you just so if you'd like to fucking know. Yes, yes, Betsy B. Yes, Betsy B. Yes, watercolor by McCraw. So it's this guy named Jason McNair. Okay. He called the fucking, or he like wrote a letter, something. He got in touch with the fucking state attorney's office. Isom went over to fucking interview this guy. Okay. And so Jason McNair says, hey, I was in the same pod as Sigfredo. He got drunk one night and started fucking talking to us about this fucking crime. He knew all of the details of the current fucking crime, of how Dan was shot, where he was, how many shots were fired, etc. But he says that fucking, and he calls her Don, which is fucking everything for me. He says Don Adelson paid other hitmen $50,000 to kill Dan before Sigfredo and Luis were ever hired. But the dumb bitch prepaid them. She says, here's $50,000. Please go murder somebody for me. And they're like, thank you for the $50,000 and no thank you for the first-degree murder charge. We're good. We're just going to take this money and run. Thanks a lot. Which I'm so surprised that Donna didn't fucking call the police and was like, I'd like to report a crime. Somebody stole $50,000 from me. They said they were going to kill my ex-son-in-law. They didn't even. It was so ridiculous. They didn't perform the service that I hired them for. And I also would not be surprised if fucking somewhere in Donna's fucking history on her goddamn computer is hitmen near me. Like, would not fucking Wendy is innocent. Fuzz Bunny, get out of here. In what fucking alternate universe do you live in that fucking Wendy is innocent? Nope. Okay. I'm not going to block you or anything, but Wendy, come on. Okay. So, and yes, magical cat. Fucking, they don't, innocent. Okay, Wendy. Okay, sure you are. How's Colorado? Hope you like it. Just because you want to bang Wendy does not make her innocent. You can still bang murderers. That's your prerogative. Okay. No, seriously, how do you not think that she would freaking Google hitmen near me. I mean, she's seriously that fucking dumb. Okay. So, what the fuck was I just? Yes. Nobody cared. And let me tell you something too. The whole Jeff was set up thing has always been a fucking thing. I didn't even go into it in part of my Wendy series because I'm like, it just seemed a little far-fetched to me. It seemed there was no real fucking evidence. I felt like I didn't feel like there was enough to say like one way or another like that had happened. But oh my God, when fucking Rob got up there and testified to the fact that Wendy never have told him about a boyfriend fucking, and I mean, Jesus Christ, how many guys had she banged between fucking Dan and fucking Jeff? A quadrillion. She says, "Oh, I have a secret boyfriend nobody knows about, especially not the parents. Don't tell him." Meanwhile, they had been dating for like fucking 7 months or something by then. And do you know when they started getting serious? Halloween. Halloween of 2013. You know what else had happened? Halloween of 2013. Fucking Charlie asks Katie if she knows anybody that can fucking do a hit on somebody. And Katie says, sure, no problem. And so guess what? Fucking Wendy had fucking, did you even catch this? Because I kind of fucking zoned out when the goddamn fucking financial lady was up there. Because a lot of this, and I feel like most of my fucking audience is like, super fucking keyed in on this. I mean, it's hard not to at least have watched fucking Charlie's shit. So I feel like the majority of us that were watching this whole thing unravel, we were kind of bored with like, oh, we have to listen to the wiretaps again. And oh, this financial lady goes up. But my ears fucking perked up when they freaking, not only a divorce present, but a divorce party. How Wendy got her groove back. The fuck. What the fuck was I just talking about? Somebody remind me. Because you fucking totally got me. Somebody remind me what I was just saying. I could go back and rewind the fucking chat. Halloween, thank you. Okay, so he freaking asked Katie. This is when she first becomes serious with fucking Jeff. And what the fucking lady for the financial lady says is, you know how Charlie was like tasked by Donna to talk Wendy out of buying this house in Tallahassee. She signed the contract for the house. I did not realize that was how close she got to buying this fucking house. She signed the fucking contract. She was signed for this fucking house and then backed out of it. Do you know when she signed for the house? The fucking 13th of October. And then she got backed out of it. She didn't get backed out of it, but she backed out of it. And she was up on the stand being like, oh, I just couldn't afford it. And they're like, did she have plenty of money and to fucking afford this house? And the financial lady's like, yep, 100% had plenty of money to afford the house. So that, again, is a lie. Everything she says is a fucking lie. Okay. All right. So, excuse me. Luis says, right on the fucking stand, Wendy's name, many times. Jackie Fulford makes him say it again. Because Jackie Fulford is like working for the fucking state. The amount of times Jackie Fulford fucking pointed the finger at Wendy was just kind of fucking mind-blowing to me. And even more mind-blowing is she gets up there in the very beginning. Y'all, it's me, old little Jackie Fulford. I don't even know what a computer is. Is this a microphone? Is this a fancy device? Back in my day, we just used a piece of paper rolled up so you could hear us louder. I don't know what anything is. Also, I have the nicest, most loving, caring, delightful client you will ever meet in your life. She cares more about others than she does herself. And then she proceeds to throw not one, not two, but 100% of Donna's kids under the fucking bus. I am honestly surprised that Jackie Fulford didn't try to fucking pin the murder on Rob. Rob's trying to pretend he's innocent up in Albany. I'm just a doctor. I'm just an ear, nose, and throat doctor, not doing anything. Rob planned the whole murder, and I'll prove it to you here in court. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that she didn't say that. But how can you say this woman is such a fucking delight? Everybody loves her. She would do for others before she would ever do for herself. And then you literally meticulously, one by one, throw all of her fucking kids under the bus. Right in her opening, and I made a freaking I remade the visual of like that poster that she literally, it looked like she made it in the hall, like right before fucking court started, with like shit that she found like in somebody's fucking office. She's like, oh shit, I need to print something off. She literally had like a clip art of a fucking gun. If you search gun, it's like the second fucking picture that pops up in Google. But she has a fucking picture of Charlie and an arrow pointing to fucking Katie with the $138,000. And she keeps going, this is the man who gave Katie the money, not my client. And they never freaking once called her like anything other than their client, which like just shows 100%. Like, I'm obligated to fucking, be up here. It was this man. It was this man. The state can prove it was this man. And then not only fucking like right after that, she's fucking throwing Wendy straight under the bus with fucking Luis, who she didn't even know who the hell Luis's name was. She's like, I'm surprised she wasn't like, sorry, all you brown people look the same to me. You're all fucking Latin. I can't tell the difference. And then she had the audacity to fucking call out the FBI agent for having a fucking like, when he said like Garcia in a fucking like Latin, or Spanish accent, she's like, that's a strange accent that you have. It's like, Jackie Fulford, you act like you didn't go up in your opening statement and hold your accent for a full 13 seconds before you were like, I forgot who I was supposed to be today. Like, I cannot. And then fucking in her closing, just to fucking tie shit up with a neat little bow, she's like, Rob had an axe to grind. It's like, how fucking dare you? Aries girl, if you would have told me at any point in Charlie's trial or thereafter that we would have two lawyers who would make him look like fucking Albert Einstein, I wouldn't have believed you. I wouldn't have believed you. The whole thing about Danny was disgusting. The whole thing about Danny was absolute disgusting. All she was doing was showing like, I mean, she was working for the fucking state. Like, I thought Rashbaum was working for the state. No. Jackie was like straight up. I'm surprised she wasn't like, my client is guilty as fuck. I mean, kind of she was. Okay. So Luis mentions fucking, what's her face by name? And she even's like, in her closing, she's like, he put an X next to my client. Yeah, he didn't fucking talk to Donna or fucking Harvey. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Of course he put an X next to their name. They were involved in his fucking eyes. Okay. Yeah, it was disgusting. Disgusting of her to say anything negative about Rob. Rob was literally probably the hardest witness for me personally to watch, because you could tell up there that he knew this was the right thing to do, obviously, but you could still tell that, like, it tore his heart apart to have to be put in this position. Like, why did my fucking mom have to be a goddamn horrific murderer that now I have to stand up here and fucking, basically throw her to the fucking wolves, which is the right thing to fucking do. And I mean, let's look at, yes, he was so sad, Katie girl. So fucking sad. Oh, you're welcome, Sabrosa. Yeah, let me tell you how I wanted to just toaster bathtub myself by the end of the day because I couldn't get that stupid shop to freaking work. I was done with it. But yeah, I have merch. Um, but let's just look at the side by side, and I'm so glad they put them right back to back with each other because we have Wendy go up, and I love how Georgia brings up in every single trial. You were subpoenaed here, right? You didn't want to even be here. You are just here because we are gifting you immunity. Hold up on one finger how many other fucking witnesses needed immunity to testify. I'll wait. I'll wait because you'll probably need to count. It'll be a high number. Oh, that's right. None other witnesses needed fucking immunity to testify. Rob certainly didn't. Rob didn't need to have his own words be protective of him if he fucking testified. Just Wendy. Just Wendy. That was fucking great for everybody involved. So she goes up there. She doesn't remember anything. She's super fucking cagey with her answers. She's clearly like, I mean, we all know Wendy. We all hate Wendy, except for fucking whoever the fuck wants to bang her in the fucking chat. But she's just she's so fucking smarmy. If you knew nothing about Wendy, she comes off terribly. Like Linda fucking Bailey. I didn't know Linda Bailey before the other fucking day, and I hated her. Like the first 7 words out of her mouth, I'm like, ick. Like people have fucking instincts for a reason. This is why fucking birds fly away before there's a fucking hurricane. They're not listening to the weather report. They have a fucking instinct about this. Like my neck vein is like I'm gonna fucking have an aneurysm right here on fucking camera. Okay. She comes across terribly on the stand. And even though she wasn't as entitled and as like, she didn't have that same feeling of like, I'm completely untouchable, but she was still avoiding answering fucking any fucking question. When Wendy gets arrested, I am putting her arrest clipped back to back with her saying, the state isn't going to decide to arrest me. And I'm going to fucking stream it for 24 hours straight on my fucking channel. 24 hours fucking straight. Now, I know, love always. I was the same way, expecting the TV to be something, and they did testify that it was like a 55-inch TV. But I think also, like, in terms of how fucking TVs are right now, I mean, like, I went into Walmart the other day, and their, like, display TV was like a 3,000-inch TV. So, oh my God, yes, Zola. Fucking, that was disgusting. Did you see Donna roll her eyes when Ruth mentioned Rob and her victim impact statement? It was disgusting. It was disgusting. So yeah, I will definitely put together her, the state isn't going to decide to arrest me, with her getting slammed to the ground when she actually does get arrested. Let me tell you something. John Lauro, hi. So probably the best thing you should do right now is to get Wendy to turn herself in so there's not this huge arrest video. That is probably your only chance of anything fucking happening. Yes, TVs used to be really fucking expensive, but let's fucking talk about it because I have a whole, it's part 4 of the Wendy. I hope you're all taking notes to fucking mark down what Wendy videos you have to do homework on. Part 4, I actually call Best Buy, okay? Because I'm like, there's no way that Best Buy wouldn't fucking be like, we're not coming out to your fucking house for that. And guess what? They say exactly that. We're not coming out to your house for that. And then I looked up how much TVs were back in 2014. Not that much more than they are fucking now. Magical Cat. She will be in cuffs by September 22nd. Mark my words. If I were in fucking Vegas, that's where I'd put my money on. That's where I'd put my money. Fucking September 22nd. And no, I don't think they're going to contact fucking anybody. I'm just saying, turn yourself in now. You know you're next. You know you're next. Like, and, I think Tim Jansen also uh, tries to be kind of, careful because he's a lawyer in Tallahassee, you know what I mean? He's not gonna be, like, I think that's why he's kinda careful around, kinda tiptoeing around saying when Wendy's gonna be arrested and everything. But I don't tiptoe. I don't tiptoe. I stomp in, and I've been saying that, Wendy will not be offered a plea deal. What does Wendy have to get to the state? To get a plea, you have to give something. What does she have to give? Every member of her family is in prison. This is probably another reason why they've waited to arrest her. And let me say just from the freaking get, because this is what my whole Wendy series is leading up to, is why the fuck isn't this bitch in jail yet? There's a few things. First, Willie Meggs, if you haven't heard about it, it was this whole freaking I don't know this for sure, but I'm positive that he was fucking paid off by the Adelsons not to bring any of them to fucking justice, okay? Willie Meggs was the district attorney. He didn't fucking let anybody get arrested. He's like, oh, the state doesn't have enough evidence, blah, blah, blah. As soon as he was out, guess what? Everything started happening. 2016. They arrested fucking Sigfredo in May. They arrested Katie in October. They had fucking Luis Rivera talking by the fall of that year. They had, the only reason why they had to wait until 2022 for Charlie was the Dolce Vita tapes, because they needed to get those fucking cleaned up so they'd be audible to the fucking court. Then, of course, we know what happened with Donna. The stupid bitch ran her mouth and was like, let's fly to Vietnam, and was fucking caught, just because she was set up by the FBI. Of course, thank you for letting us know that, Jackie Fulford. But then she was fucking next. And then Wendy is going to be next. Yeah, I'm not anything to anybody. I'm not a fucking lawyer. I'm obviously not a fucking anything. But you know what? I'm a fucking person, and I know bullshit when I fucking see it, and I can smell it from a mile away. I can smell it from a mile away. Sabrosa. I wonder if Wendy's moving up north. I know where her eyebrows are. Yeah, Willie Meggs 100% was fucking paid off. There's no way that he wasn't. I mean, he was so confident in saying, well, go ahead. The state doesn't need me to arrest him. What does he say? The state doesn't need me to arrest him. They can fucking arrest him. It's like, they're bringing them against federal charges, and just go ahead and enjoy your, fucking civil suit for, arresting somebody without the fucking proper qualifications. It's like, dude, fucking stop. Like, I'm sorry that fucking, Charlie and Donna, Harvey, and Wendy are all sucking you off at the same time, allegedly. But that's none of my business. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so now Charlie, let's talk about Charlie. Okay. Charlie has been in fucking prison for almost 2 entire years now. And if you haven't seen the most recent, who the fuck had it on their channel? I don't remember. Put her in the fucking chat if you know off the top of your head who's had all of this shit in his channel. Seriously, I'm gonna have to get like a vein reduction. Okay, so Charlie's little like jail reports have been released. Oh, thank you, magical cat. You are so sweet. Thank you so, so much. Oh, and I love your magical cat. She looks like my cat that we call Luna Canatuna. KCL, yes, his first appeal was denied in January. Charlie's not getting an appeal, and he fucking knows it. But if you've ever listened to the post-conviction calls with Charlie and Donna, and I have them in a few of my videos, Charlie is getting more and more pissed at Wendy just on the fucking course of a 20-minute phone call. He's going from, geez, it's kind of crazy that Wendy went by the crime scene, to being like, that bitch from fucking Miami who thinks she's better than everybody is going by the fire. Going by the crime. She's setting the fucking fire and then watching it burn. And Donna even says, well, if you're guilty, Wendy's guilty. That's what it is. If you're guilty, Wendy's guilty. So, and I have this whole freaking video on it, and I'll show you the It's this one, the not protected anymore. And let me just say, just right off the bat, I didn't get a microphone until my Wendy series. So part one is the first thing that I started narrating. And specifically when I was making this, I had gone to a water park. I'd ruptured both of my fucking eardrums. So I put music over this thinking it was like super low, and apparently it's really loud. So there's some split fucking feelings on this. Some people are like, I love the music, and some people are like, your music is ruining my whole entire life. So watch with caution. Maybe watch it on mute. But in this, I go over, what is that noise? Oh, my cat is snoring. um, in this video, I go over basically the whole fucking family and how nobody is fucking loyal to anybody. I go over the whole thing about first, the whole family against Rob. Rob was in love with his current wife, Haritha. He was going through, his residency right out of med school. Donna didn't like the fact that she wasn't Jewish. And they literally told him, we will fucking disown you if you don't break up with Haritha and marry a Jewish girl. So he did. He found a Jewish girl. Probably Donna found her for him, married her. He quickly annulled the wedding because he's like, what the fuck am I doing here? And went back to Haritha. And guess what? They pretty much fucking disowned him after that. So that's the fucking first thing. Then, fucking Donna's all pissed at Wendy. You can hear it in her little like jail call when she's talking about fleeing to Vietnam. She's like, Wendy said she was going to Baker Act me. And then she's saying, she's like, well, if she would call me, I could ask her about the extradition stuff and da 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 da. And her friend, Susan, which we saw Susan's husband for the defense, he was the gourmet dinner guy. Okay. That was Susan. And he was at this fucking little meeting too when fucking she was talking about getting out of fucking Dodge. Susan. Oh, yeah. So she's like, I need to call my daughter because extradition, it changes all the time and I need to know what it is. And Susan goes, is Wendy going to tell on you? And she's like, well, my lawyer told us to do this. And then she starts reading off this text for her, which they have fucking this text. They show it in this court, the court case this time. But she goes on to say, she's like writing her and she's like, don't be nervous. Nothing about the case, blah, blah, blah. And Wendy writes back and she's like, dear mom, I am sorry that you are angry, but your anger at me is like, out of line or whatever the fuck she says. And then she says, as you know, I am not guilty. And it's like totally a cover your ass email by Wendy. I am not guilty and I had nothing to do with Dan's murder. And let me tell you something. This is cut out of a lot, and I'm working on this. This was the most recent. I literally have like a dozen videos that I'm like concurrently working on right now. But I was working on this today, and Wendy says fucking straight up, or Donna says straight up, because Wendy's like, I had nothing to do with his death, and I'm not guilty in any way or whatever. And Donna says, oh yes, you are. Or, oh, yes, you are, or something like that. I fucking repeat it like 100 times. But Donna says straight up, like, fucking yes, you were. And I think that's corroborated by the fact that fucking she's writing this shit, these texts that they read out in court, where she's like, she says the whole prayer hands thing. She's like, prayer hands. She's like, your brother protected you for years and now you're not guilty and you're sending us fucking prayer hands. I think that's a combination of two separate texts, but like, it's fucking scandalous. So she's all fucking mad at Wendy. She's obviously mad at Wendy. And Wendy even said this on the stand this time, that Donna was disappointed in how Wendy testified during Charlie's trial because she thought that she would be more supportive towards Charlie, and Wendy wasn't. Wendy, I mean, what the fuck is Wendy gonna say? Wendy fucking, this whole family, it's not just Wendy, every fucking member of this family, with the exception of Rob, only cares about themselves. At the end of the fucking day, they are more than willing to fucking throw anybody under the bus if it'll save themselves. And I said this in this fucking video. Obviously, I'm not a piece of fucking shit. I haven't fucking conspired to fucking kill anybody with my fucking kids. But let me tell you something. If I did a crime with one of my fucking kids and they got arrested and I was fucking 75, sure as shit, I'm fucking going down to the station saying, take them out, take me. This was my fucking, I did this. I am not going to let them fucking go down. That's what a mother fucking does, okay? A mother doesn't fucking, and this is my other fucking point with, not giving a fuck about anybody. Here, Charlie's like, Mom, I really appreciate being able to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. And really, in one of the fucking conversations, Donna's just like, yeah, fine. Because she was already planning, like, the instant that he was fucking convicted, she's already planning to get out of there. The jail call is literally the day after he's fucking convicted is when they're calling about, fucking extradition and everything. But she doesn't tell him. There's all these WhatsApp messages, and I've read them during my past lives, but there's all these WhatsApp messages between Harvey and fucking Scott Radius, who ended up calling the fucking FBI on the Adelsons when they were fleeing to Miami. And he says straight up, like, we are fleeing to fucking, not Miami, Vietnam. We are fleeing to fucking Vietnam. Don't tell Charlie. Don't say anything to fucking Charlie. So here, without fucking telling him, and yeah, there was like a little note from like to Wendy being like, oh, just so you know, we're going, let Charlie know where we're going. Because Donna thinks like this lawyer-client confidentiality, like anybody that's a fucking lawyer, like it doesn't matter if they're yours or not, this like fucking covers her ass for this fucking not being able to tell. So she's like, oh yeah, tell Charlie, like after they leave though. So Donna's ready to fucking leave forever, never fucking see him again, never see the grandkids again, never see his son again, just completely fucking up and leave him. Meanwhile, and not like I think that fucking Charlie deserves it even one iota, but this was their only, they were his only support. Wendy wasn't talking to him. Obviously, Rob's not talking to him. Yeah, Bree was like here and there, and whatever little floozy fucking, house sitter / fucking, dick twirler he had at his house, Janice, she was talking to him a little bit, but I think that was really only to figure out, like, are you selling this house out from under me? This is the only person that's fucking giving Charlie money, who's talking to him, fucking supporting him. And he's like, oh, it makes me feel so much better just to talk to you. And she's like, yeah, whatever. We're fucking leaving forever. Oh, yeah, we're not going to tell you. Haha. And then Charlie gets his revenge. Hold on. Herbie Cassidy, 100%. Harvey knew from the beginning. 100%. Oh, and you can also swear in my chat because I don't have mods and I have all the fucking, all the shit turned off, so it won't block you. Okay, sorry, I'm starting to lose my voice because it's getting late. Everybody would fucking always like yell at me. I can't even tell you how many fucking texts or messages I have on my videos. They're like, you're vocal fry. It's like, dude, I fucking would literally do all my fucking narration at 2 a.m. I'm like, after all my kids went to sleep, after everybody was fucking asleep, after everything was done, like, sorry that I don't have a voice anymore. Like, let's hear you talk at 2 a.m. and then you can criticize me. Anyway, then Charlie exacts his revenge. So, and Dan also fucking said this on this fucking STS, which I'm just mind blown that he went on and did a fucking interview on fucking STS at all. But I appreciate his stupidity anyway. He's like, yeah, it was a conflict of interest because Dan, if you didn't know, Dan was first Harvey and Donna's lawyer for like fucking white collar crime, which they were really good at. They did it all the time. Loved their white collar crime, heart white collar crime. So then, because Donna doesn't care about if she's hiring a good criminal attorney. She wants to hire people that are friends with who she feels like she can manipulate the best. And that's why she hires these people that are not really fucking like criminal attorneys, like Dan, for instance. So then she's like, Charlie, I've got a great lawyer for you. You could just have Dan. Here you go. We gift you Dan Rashbaum. He'll learn how to be an attorney. He'll go with whatever story you concoct, whatever. So he becomes Charlie's lawyer. So first Donna and Harvey's, than Charlie's. Obviously, Donna and Harvey waive, whatever conflict of interest for him to fucking be, with fucking Charlie now, whatever. Well, then Donna wants to rehire Dan because you just lost for my son. Why wouldn't I hire you for myself? I think it's amazing. No, she hired him because she genuinely 100% believed that she could have like a court, like the trial could be like the next day and she could just go home way faster because he already knew all the fucking trial stuff. So Charlie tells Dan, sure, I don't care. You go represent my mom, okay? Meanwhile, he's like this in the fucking jail because fuck that. He waits till the day of Donna's trial. Now, she was supposed to be tried last September, okay? Here it comes. The day that they're supposed to start jury selection. There are 600 jurors in the courtroom, in the courthouse. All the witnesses have flown in. Everybody's got transferred that came from a fucking jail or a prison. The whole gang is there. Daddy Rashbaum is ready to fucking, do his things. Double extortion bullshit, puzzle pieces. And the fucking night before, Charlie's like, actually, I don't give permission for you to represent my mom anymore. Sorry. Sorry about that. I retract that permission. My waiver has been unwavered. I am not wavering anymore. So, the fucking day her trial's supposed to start. This is so fucked up. This is the most fucking, fuck you back type of fucking thing I've ever heard of. Charlie's like, sorry, you can't be her lawyer anymore. You know what that means for Donna? We have to start from fucking scratch again. Donna was crying. This is the only real tears we've ever seen. Donna was actually crying fucking real tears when fucking Rashbaum's like, I have to recuse myself. The fucking day the trial is supposed to start. Can you even fucking imagine if we were all fucking sitting here ready to fucking go on this last fucking time and that shit happened? The day the trial's supposed to start, Charlie's like, nope, sorry. Enjoy another fucking year in jail, Mom. I know how much you hate it and you wanted to get out super fast, but enjoy your other fucking year and enjoy now trying to find new lawyers to represent you. Because not only was Dan recused, but the fucking Judge Everett's like, what the fuck? He asked Georgia, he's like, does the state have anything to say on this? She just stands up. She's like, I don't have anything appropriate to say on the matter, which is like fucking, I could make out with Georgia in the most non-gay way, just for appreciation for who she is as a person. Just okay. So sorry about that visual. Anyway, fucking so she has to start fucking all over. So this is Charlie getting back at his fucking mom. And so do you know what she does? Well, she's going to get back at him at the fucking trial. And she's going to let everybody know this man is fucking guilty. This man is guilty. And you know why fucking Donna got transferred from Leon County to fucking Wakulla County at the very end of her little fucking jail stay before trial? She was in protective custody. If you saw her fucking Arthur hearing, and I wrote a fucking song about it, she was in protective custody because people were fucking... And let me tell you, this whole story is fucking bullshit, too. Nobody fucking twisted Donna's fucking arm behind her back. Yeah, she might have scratched herself on the fucking washing machine, but nobody's twisting Donna's fucking arm behind her back. She needed a fucking story to cover why she was buying all this extra commissary, all these extra packages, all these extra chips and shit that she didn't fucking eat. Why? Because she was paying off fucking this goddamn Arthur hearing. What was it, in fucking February, I think? She was already paying off the fucking jail daughter, her little sunshine, and all the other fucking, jail fucking girls that she was trying to get to testify for her. I mean, it's just insane. So, everything's fucking back and forth and back and forth. Nobody gives a literal fuck about each other in this entire family. Everybody could care less. I'm fucking hot now. Okay, so nobody gives a fuck about anybody in the whole fucking family. All right. Please hold. I'm like overheating myself. All right, nobody cares. Everybody's out for number one. And if it doesn't show any fucking more clearly than what she did on the fucking, oh, and let's just throw in, this wasn't in the video, obviously, because it hadn't happened yet, but let's talk about fucking Wendy. Hey, Wendy, it's the defense team. Yeah, it's little Jackie Fulford. I barely even know how to work this cell phone. But we've issued you a subpoena, and would you mind testifying on behalf of your mother? Because it's the right thing to do. And Wendy's like, nope, fuck that bitch. I'm not fucking testifying if I don't have fucking immunity. What in the fuck? So now they know that Rob is coming to testify against fucking Donna because fucking, of course he is. But they have no rebuttal witness for her character. Fucking Charlie's not going to come on, especially not after the fucking performance that they did in that damn opening statement, being like, this man, this is the guilty one right here. He's the murderer. Donna didn't do anything. It was all Charlie, her son, blah, 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 blah. And then fucking Wendy's already like, fuck no, I'm not fucking testifying. And she even, fucking Fulford even stood up, like, and she seemed like genuinely fucking shocked in the hearing that they were having. Because this is not the first time Wendy's done this in every single, every time she's been called by both the state and the defense, she has categorically refused to testify for the defense because they can't provide her immunity. Which, what the fuck would you need immunity for, my little Wendy Pooh, if you're not guilty of anything? What would you need immunity for? Why would you even need that? Would you even need that? I wouldn't need that. I wouldn't need immunity to go testify for anybody or against anybody. You know why? Because I don't do crimes. Simple, quite simple. But yeah, Jackie Fulford stands up there and she's like, Judge, this is my client's daughter. This is my client's daughter. I can't believe she's not testifying. It's like, you can't believe, have you not met this family? They're all pieces of shit. Sorry, but that's the fucking long and short of it. Okay. I'm sure Wendy does love my channel, Herbie. Okay. I have one more thing that I want to talk about, and then we'll fucking watch a couple videos, and then I'll have to go to sleep. But I'm all jacked up. I'm fucking over here drinking fucking C4. It's not even this that fucking gets me jacked up. It's like how fucking hyper I am about this fucking. I'm like, oh my God, I can like feel her arrest in my bones. I fucking want it so bad. Okay, let's talk about this now. So let's go back to when we were talking about the secret jail conversations that Jackie Fulford facilitated, more than likely, for Donna to have with Harvey. They tapped Harvey's phone. None of those came in. And even when they were having the hearing about this, they asked Sarah, they said, are you going to bring new charges against Donna? She says, no, we're not going to use most of them for this case. She slips and she's like, this case. She's like, we only have like one or two that we wanted to use for this case, but we have like whatever 20 fucking calls that they had recorded. What do we think the odds are that Donna vented to Harvey at some point about Wendy and about how this was all for her? What do we think the odds are? Put a 1 in the chat if you think that most certainly Donna probably said at least one fucking damning thing against Wendy on these phone calls, which she thought were not being recorded, which she thought were completely in secret. And she's already sitting there. She's bitching to fucking inmates. She's fucking calling this woman that she knew for fucking 4 months her goddamn sunshines. The same things that she calls. Yeah, of course. Everybody agrees because of course this is fucking what's happening. Of course. Donna is so pissed that she's fucking in jail. She's in jail for Wendy. They ask Wendy right on the stand, when's the last time you talked to your mom? November of 2023, right before she got arrested. So Wendy can't even be bothered to buy her fucking mom commissary fucking tuna. commissary tuna or fucking a goddamn pack of ramen noodles. Like, you can't spring $50 for your mom. You can't call her up, see how she's doing. You can't do anything. You can't do a damn thing. And they had tablets too. Like, Donna could text people. Like, this was, you can't do anything, Wendy. Georgia is ready for Wendy 1,000,000,000% Queen Oliver Than. 1,000,000,000%. She literally got out, if you watched her little interview post conviction, which Patty's the one who asked, do you have a fifth red suit? Oh, so good. That was everything. That was everything. She's like, I guess I'm going to have to buy one, won't I? But she said straight up, she's like, everybody knew. Everybody's just like, Wendy, Wendy, Wendy. Like, well, I'm about to do a fucking citizen's arrest myself. But she's like, don't ask. Don't say, the W word. And then they literally were like, should Wendy be worried? Should Wendy be worried? And she's like, that's a bad word. And Patty says, worried is a bad word? No, not worried. Wendy was the bad word. It's not the W word for worried. It's the W word for Wendy. Oh, thank you, Harry Holm Norway. Welcome to the friends. Welcome to my membership. But yeah, she's like, they said, should we, she's kind of like hemming and hawing because, she's like, yeah, she's fucking next. But she doesn't want to say it because she's professional. And they're like, so can we stay tuned? She's like, you can stay tuned. Fine. Yes, she was going to be disbarred. That's one of the many reasons. 100% disbarred. Oh my God. And this freaking $1 million partner offer that she had to go work in Miami. Oh, this law firm wanted her. They were going to be a partner. She was going to freaking get $1 million. Do you know the fucking irony in that? Have you ever read the fucking story? What is it called? The Gift, where like the guy like sells something to buy his fucking wife like a hair barrette, and she like cuts off all of her hair to give him some. I don't remember the whole fucking story. It's been like ages since I read that. But this is what it reminds me of, because the irony of this shit was the fact that this fucking guy was offering Wendy this really fucking good job until the murder. And they're like, we're not going to bring her on until the murder is solved because we don't want to hire a murderer. Like, fucking Christ. Fucking Christ. Cyber teach, goodbye. I'm not a tramp. I am a lovely lady, and I just happen to say fuck because you know what? This is my channel. This is my house, and you're the one that came here. I didn't invite you. Thanks. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye now. The gift of the Magi. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. Yes, KCL. Bragging that the boys don't fucking eat kosher. I mean, and even Jeff's like, they would Skype and she would literally have the boys eat bacon right in front of him. I mean, just such a fucking disgusting, schemy fucking, I hate that woman. Okay, so I do definitely believe, yeah, I'll start singing gypsies, tramps, and thieves because I'm not scared by fucking name calling. Dude, I have fucking 9 kids. I am fucking in my 40s. I am pre-menopause. You can't hurt my feelings, but thank you. Thanks for trying. So, Wendy is disgusting. She's a disgusting individual. And I 100% believe that all of these people are here in Leon County because of this grand jury. Because I don't think Charlie is going to hesitate to say her name, especially now. Okay, what does he have to lose at this point? Grand jury is secret. Okay, so it's not even like his testimony is going to affect his fucking appeals if he even has. I don't feel like he has a fucking snowball's chance in hell, but nothing's going to affect, his appeals being a secret grand jury freaking indictment for Wendy. So I think 100% he knows she's involved, obviously. They didn't talk for 18 minutes the morning of the murder to try to figure out whether she should frickin' fix the TV or buy a new one. That's such a load of bullshit. I think he's gonna talk. I think fucking Luis is gonna talk. And I think Katie has shit that she's never testified to before. Because let me tell you something. We thought we heard it all from Jeff, didn't we? And then he brings up the autobiographical memory thing, which was like, my jaw was on the floor when he started talking about how Wendy was wondering, oh, when do kids form a memory? Because I want to make sure that I fucking kill their dad before they ever have memories of him, which is disgusting. I remember shit from when I was 3 years old. Like, I can't even. And then, they get it stricken, whatever, but it doesn't matter. The jury hears what the jury hears. But then Georgia brings it full circle because in her closing, there is literally a fucking email from Donna saying kids don't have memories before they're 5. No way Ben is sad about his dad. It was 2 years ago. Disgusting. Rissa, if I gave a shit, about haters, I would. I really don't care. I mean, if it offends any of you guys, you can block them on a personal level. I don't have time for that shit. And I really don't have time to go through and try to figure out like how to block the fucking 2 people that are assholes. Yes. Thank you. Charlie, quit calling women tramps on your tablet curfew. He was calling people worse than tramps. If you read all the stuff that he was saying at the jail, he was being terrible. Somebody freaking pushed a door into his toe and he started flipping out. And he was going, the redacted part on those, where he's like going off and he's like, you cocksucking motherfucking bitch, blah, blah, blah. It's the N word that is blacked out on that. Charlie was literally going off, which, I mean, I guess when you have life, what do you have to fucking lose? If I was serving life in prison, I'd probably be shanking like one guy a day at least. Okay. So I think we're going to have a grand jury trial. And I think by September 22nd, we will see our little baby Wendy Pooh in cuffs. And I hope to God that is filmed because I want to see that. I want to have that footage. I want to put it as the background of my phone. I want to put it up on my huge TV and replay it over and over and over and over. And that will be the highlight of my entire life. The whole highlight of my life. Okay, so let's watch a couple of things that I feel like is super fucking against. Wendy's done this to herself. I want to watch a couple of shorts and then I'm going to play the Wendy song and then we're going to go night night. It doesn't hurt. You just go night night. Harvey, our family is cursed and I don't know how to take care of it anymore. Okay.
If somebody tried to kill my ex-husband, they should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. The investigator says regardless of who it is, and your answer is, it would be different if I thought it were my brother.
But I don't think it was my family, is what
different now, isn't it?
No, it's not different. That's exactly
different
what
today,
I said
isn't
right
it?
Here. No, that's not right.
No further questions.
You testified on direct that anybody in your family that had anything to do with it should be held responsible. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And that includes you, doesn't it?
Anyone who's responsible.
You testified on direct that anybody in your family that had anything to do with it should be held responsible. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And that includes you, doesn't it?
Anyone who's responsible.
And that includes you, doesn't it?
Anyone who's responsible.
And that includes you, doesn't it?
Anyone who's responsible.
Wendy has flat out, anytime anybody's even made an inkling of the fact that she could be involved, she's always denied it. Huge denial. You think anybody should be held accountable that had to do with this? Yes. including you, anybody who's responsible. That to me is so telling. I don't know if she was just so exhausted emotionally by the end of that and she just like her brain ran away from her mouth or something, but that shocked the shit out of me. Okay, here's the closest we came to listening to any of the wiretaps. And let me tell you, fucking Sanford's face and this is like the funniest thing I've ever seen.
All right, is that call A?
It is.
Okay, publish call A, please.
Blinker fluid just the screen.
Hey, Hark.
Oopsies. Look at his face. He's like, what? Guys, he knows exactly too. Look at him. Keep looking at Georgia. It's fine. Just go to A. Oopsie doopsies. Oh, the smile.
Tonight after work.
I think so, love always. Yes. She has that same kind of raspiness to her voice that the jail daughter did. I 100% think that was Drina. 100%. Because I think that's where they got that information from in the first place, was Drina. Okay, so let's watch Donna just for funsies.
At this time, I will publish the verdict.
This fucking bitch.
We, the jury, find as follows as the count
Shaking.
1 of the indictment, first-degree murder. The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder.
Ugh.
Mrs. Adelson, control yourself.
I think whoever said she says I'm an innocent woman, I think you're fucking right.
Count 2. We, the jury, find as follows as the count 2 of the indictment. Conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. The defendant is guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. Count 3. We, the jury, find as follows as the count 3 of the indictment. Solicitation to commit first-degree murder. The defendant is guilty of solicitation to commit first-degree murder. And it is signed and dated by the foreperson. One moment. Members of the jury, the bailiff will escort you to the jury room.
Are we not surprised? I wouldn't have been surprised if she just hauled off and punched Jackie Fulford right in the fucking mouth after that. Right in the kisser. Okay. Okay, so I have two exciting things to share. One, I have opened up a merch store. And please at least go look at it because holy cow, I thought I was going to freaking die by the end of this. I couldn't get it to work. I set it up under a different email than my freaking YouTube was set up. And then I had to go give myself membership rights to my own YouTube through this other email address. I was so mad at myself. I'm like, why? But at that point, I already paid for the stupid freaking thing and everything and set it all up. And I'm like, I'm not doing that twice because that was hard enough to figure out. So I have a merch shop if you want to go check out some merch. All right. And then, yes, I have the Donna song, which I feel like a lot of people have already heard, but we're going to listen to the Wendy song. And guess what? Exciting news. It's on Spotify. I put the Donna song and the Wendy song both on Spotify and Apple iTunes. And you can even use them for your own shorts in Facebook or Instagram. Because I gave the rights to them to use that also. Oh my God, so funny. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're going to rock out to the Wendy song. Please enjoy.
Da da da, da da da, ooh do do. Da da da, da da da, ooh do do. Wendy, 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 what shall we do with you? thought you planned the perfect crime. It was just too good to be true. You say you're a lawyer and how smart you are, but you should have thought twice before hopping in your car. Arrogance, excitement, both got in the way, and you royally fucked up on that super special day. You needed to see and you just couldn't wait. It even made you late for your little lunch date. You thought maybe I'll go, just take a little look. You just had to go and see the life you just took. Wendy, Wendy, you should have thought. You sure messed this one up, you just can't be taught. You couldn't help it, just needed to see. Thought you could talk your way out, they'll never catch me. You're too rich, you're too smart, you're too pretty, you're on fire. And one thing's for sure, you're the biggest liar. You wanted it your way, you're such a brat. You think so highly of yourself, an aristocrat. Had to go live in Miami, you thought it was the best. Trust me, you'll still be with your family in prison like the rest. First Charlie, then Donna, and baby, you're next. You shouldn't have sent that, this is sweet text. So get your shit together, you'll look good in prison blues. This is what happens when you never think you lose. Wendy, Wendy, you should have had some self-control. You were the only one in tally, that was your only role. Donna will wash the money, and Charlie's one to think. But you, my blue-eyed baby, you are the weakest link. You're too rich, you're too smart, you're too pretty, you're on fire. But one thing for sure, you are the biggest liar. Sweetie, you're a lawyer, so when you take the stand, you should rehearse a little better, say your lines as they were planned. I know you get thrown off when Georgia talks about your book. The one thing you perfected is your dumb, confused dog look. So put on your only outfit and testify again. Seal the fate on one more family member. Sad the Adelsons didn't win. Wendy, Wendy, this is all about you. Your decade of freedom was too good to be true. Your family had it all, you were a pillar of the community. But you'll be the next one cuffed, cause you're a killer with no immunity. Baby, soak it up, your last days in the sun. Cause after Georgia's done with Donna, then baby, you're done.
Okay. My little wee bean just woke up. So it's a perfect time, but I want to play this one more time because I've got to point out my favorite parts. First of all, somebody mentioned this. Okay. This visual cracks me up so much. Oh my gosh. And then, hold on. Please just read. It's not magnum cum laude. Okay, and then here, where I say put on your only outfit. Okay, so her hair looked like a fucking rat's nest at the trial, so I make this little rat come out of her hair, and then I make it have the same exact dress as Wendy, and I can't tell you how hard I laughed when I was making this. I was literally crying. I was crying. And of course, Wendy, the giraffe, And then where's the part where I make her fucking minivan into a convertible? And we're going to listen to this one more time and then I'm going to sign off. Oh, I don't know, but pay attention this next time, because not like you haven't, but I made her minivan into a convertible going down the streets of Miami. Okay, one more time and then I'm gonna go. I love you guys so much.
Da da da, da da da, do do do. Da da da, da da da, oh do do. Wendy, 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 what shall we do with you? You thought you planned the perfect crime. It was just too good to be true. You say you're a lawyer and how smart you are, but you should have thought twice before hopping in your car. Arrogance, excitement, both got in the way, and you royally fucked up on that super special day. You needed to see and you just couldn't wait. It even made you late for your little lunch date. You thought maybe I'll go, just take a little look. You just had to go and see the life you just took. Wendy, Wendy, you should have thought. You sure messed this one up, you just can't be taught. You couldn't help it, just needed to see. Thought you could talk your way out, they'll never catch me. You're too rich, you're too smart, you're too pretty, you're on fire. And one thing's for sure, you're the biggest liar. You wanted it your way, you're such a brat. You think so highly of yourself, an aristocrat. Had to go live in Miami, you thought it was the best. Trust me, you'll still be with your family in prison like the rest. First Charlie, then Donna, and baby, you're next. You shouldn't have sent that, this is sweet text. So get your shit together, you'll look good in prison blues. This is what happens when you never think you lose. Wendy, Wendy, you should have had some self-control. You were the only one in tally, that was your only role. Donna will wash the money, and Charlie's one to think. But you, my blue-eyed baby, you are the weakest link. You're too rich, you're too smart, you're too pretty, you're on fire. But one thing for sure, you are the biggest liar. Sweetie, you're a lawyer, so when you take the stand, you should rehearse a little better, say your lines as they were planned. I know you get thrown off when Georgia talks about your book. The one thing you perfected is your dumb, confused dog look. So put on your only outfit and testify again. Seal the fate on one more family member. Sad the Adelsons didn't win. Wendy, Wendy, this is all about you. Your decade of freedom was too good to be true. Your family had it all, you were a pillar of the community. But you'll be the next one cuffed, cause you're a killer with no immunity. Baby, soak it up, your last days in the sun. Cause after Georgia's done with Donna, then baby, you're done.
I don't usually do AI, but I forgot that the software that I use has that capability, so I had to get her hauled off by the cops just for funsies. Okay, we'll watch one more video actually, because I have another video where I have her slammed to the ground being arrested, and it's just, we've got to have something to get us through. All right, where is it? Oh, this one. remember Dog the Bounty Hunter, guys.
How's this for awkward? My best friend sat next to her at a bat mitzvah. He refers to her, just so you know what it's like in the community, he calls her the murderer in common conversation. He's convinced. I don't know, I mean, a lot of people, and that's not from my take on it, that's his take on it. Right. He knows I could be crazed. He had to sit next to her at a bat mitzvah for 4 hours. She's cracking jokes about Danny getting his head blown off.
Head blown off?
Yes, cracking. And I can't remember the exact joke, but that was how he put it, at least. And he said he looked at her and said, well, yeah, that's totally inappropriate.
Where was this at?
So it was the Andrew Epstein's daughter's bar mitzvah. And in the morning when she was here, it was a church ceremony in the morning, the party at night. And the morning one, she sobbed through the whole thing. And whenever anybody asked her, like, what's going on, she didn't say I'm sad. She said, I'm nervous, I'm anxious.
Our little baby Wendy Pooh was nervous? I can't imagine what about. Could it be the intrusive visuals that at any given moment the feds would pop up from a table and take you to the ground? Thank you for calling the murderer. How may I help you? Hey there, Wendy, Detective Ice, I'm calling. Is this an okay time to talk? Not really. I won't take up too much of your time then. I hear you're in town. Yeah, who told you that? Just heard through the grapevine that you were at the Epstein's daughter's bat mitzvah. Yeah, I'm kind of busy. I know, you're just sitting there cracking some jokes, and then suddenly a familiar song. What you gonna do? Detective Isom, how do you know I was telling jokes? I have ways of finding stuff out. You know, we've been hoping you'd make a little visit up here, save us the trouble of going down to Miami. Bad boys, what you gonna do? I figured I'd make it easy on you and just meet you here. We've been working really hard on this case, and we thought you'd be pleased to hear that we tracked down our #1 suspect. Oh, yeah? Yeah, we really wanted to tell you in person that we're ready to make an arrest.
How's this for awkward?
All right, guys, thank you for being here. And you know, the second we get news about this woman's arrest or monster's arrest, we will celebrate. I will be on here with confetti cannons. So I will see you guys soon. I love you all so, so much. Thank you for being here with me. Juicy, say night-night. She didn't want to. All right, night, guys. Love you.